starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guest, Jay Leno. From the Wonder Years, Fred Savage, magician Brian Gillis, and music by Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Thank you. You're really good. Why don't you vote yourself a pay raise? This is a good crowd. You're in a good mood tonight. We got a good show. By the way, I'm Johnny Carson, and I start where Arola Rivera leaves off. By the way, if it'll help the ratings this month, I'm nude under these clothes. Did you believe it? Today was the day. Would you ever think the day would come we would plug Geraldo Rivera's show on this program? Geraldo today did his famous nude show. How many of you saw it? Nobody saw that show? He had nudists. Part of the audience was nude. He went to a nudist camp, I guess, in the shore. I don't know much about nudist lifestyle, but they showed nudist volleyball, nude swimming, and nude fishing. Nude fishing. That puts a whole new twist to the phrase, that's a keeper. Here, Tank. And at the end of the show, Geraldo Rivera took off his clothes. And if you missed it, it was a lot like seeing his Al Capone telecast. There was nothing there to see. Will here, Geraldo. Phil Donahue said, you won't catch me resorting to things like that for ratings. Then Phil went to his show with his interview with he had the Siamese twin hookers on today. Weird stuff there come out. We'll not lower ourselves to those standards, because our standards are already there. How many of you know it's Groundhog Day? Yeah. I guess the most famous groundhog is Puxatawney Phil? Is that what they call him? Yeah. Now, in Los Angeles, it's a little bit different. If the groundhog comes out and sees his shadow, it means another 6 weeks of this brutal 72-degree weather. And in West Hollywood today, groundhog came out of his hole, saw another groundhog, invited him up underground for his decaf espresso. That strange groundhogs on the top of the Were any of you out at the coast last night? Did you feel the earthquake? Yeah, I live at Malibu. They had another one last night, about a 3.6 earthquake, and people were pretty unhappy, except for Madonna and Sean Penn. They live out there, and you know, they're splitting up, and the earthquake divided the property for them. Have you heard President Bush on television lately? He's got a terrible cold, and it's getting worse. Today, he ordered mentholated pork rinds. Apparently, Bush knew he was coming down with something. He had a stuffy head, a scratchy throat, and he could only see 600 points of light. Where did that laugh come? Did it come from you and Peter? Thank you, Peter. Staff knows how to suck up. No, I feel the president, he's only been president, what, 15 days? Yeah. And literally today he could not speak, and he was using hand signals to communicate, actually. You know, when he held up 3 fingers with each hand, it meant, that has my approval. If he held up 2 fingers like this, it means, I'll consider it. And if he held up just one finger, it meant, look, everybody, I'm a bull. I knew that wasn't going to work, but I was into it and couldn't get out of it. When you're dramatizing a joke, there's no way out. You go with it. I'm a bull. You don't hear much about the former president. Ron, you know that's got to be something. 8 years, you're the most powerful leader in the entire world, and all of a sudden, you're a private citizen. Yesterday, I understand, just out of habit, he had a red phone installed with a direct line to Domino's Pizza. But it's not all bad. So this morning, it's all bad here, but it's not all bad for him. The former president walked out of his front door in Bel Air, and his 5 gardeners played Hail to the Chief on their leaf blowers. Not a lot in the news today. How many of you know who Diane Sawyer is? Yeah, she's leaving CBS, I guess, to go to ABC. Now their biggest sex symbol left over CBS, I guess, is Andy Rooney. They asked Andy what he thought of Diane's defection to ABC, and Andy said, "Did you ever notice how this network is falling apart? Why is that?" Go directly from choreography. You see, when you're really working, you go for choreographed jokes or impressions. Dancing is next, folks. How many of you are a little bit upset that Congress is thinking of voting itself a 50% pay raise? You see, it's the same thing. Congress thought the public was for it. Because they're getting a lot of telegrams saying, take a hike. Man, can you imagine after the job they've done, they want a raise? That's what they call chutzpah, right? Right. That's like Libyan pilots demanding that floating in the Mediterranean entitles them to bonus mileage. I guess after the next joke, I'm down to flashing. El Rollo has set some tough new standards for us to follow. One little note, Dan Quayle, our vice president, left today on a tour of Latin America. He's visiting all the countries there friendly to the United States. He'll be back this afternoon. Hey, we got a good show. Jay Leno's here tonight. Jay. I can see him back there saying, boy, he's fighting for his life. Other comedians, they sit back and they go, gee, that's too bad. Jay's here tonight, a youngster from a young man. I just met him. He's 12 years old. He's one of the stars of The Wonder Years. His name is Fred Savage. Fred is here. You like magic? Good. What are they going to say? They got in for nothing. No, we don't like magic and we're leaving. Where are you going to go? You're here and you're stuck. A very clever magician. Brian Gillis is here tonight. So, there you are. And we'll be